BYU gave Colorado the belt, man. They gave them the belt. I'm going to put up the score here. My gosh, it was never close. They're up 20-0 at halftime. We got lots of BYU fans in the comments of that score prediction video calling out Kenny for picking Colorado to win. Kenny.
BYU skull fucking.
Oh my gosh.
Fucking.
Oh my gosh. Kenny's trying to get us banned here on YouTube. BYU wins 36-14. It was never really even that close. Shout out to ESPN for being all over Colorado during the entire broadcast and on social media as well. I think BYU had scored 3 or 4 touchdowns, and they didn't post any of those touchdowns on their Twitter or social media accounts. But as soon as Colorado scored one single touchdown, they said, "Oh my gosh, look at this touchdown from Shedeur Sanders to Travis Hunter. Amazing," to make the score 27-7, bro. To make the score 27-7, man. BYU dominated this game. They deserved to win. And I called it, man. I had BYU winning by multiple scores. I said 38-28. I guess I had a little bit less faith in their defense. Their defense looked pretty good because we knew that the best part of their defense was their pass defense, and we know that Colorado can't run the ball. So if they can't pass the ball, they cannot score until late, obviously, when the defenses are changing. Just your overall thoughts on BYU destroying Colorado, looking like the second best team in the Big 12 down the stretch.
Yeah, man. I mean, to be fair, we've got a lot of Colorado fans. They're probably not watching this show right now. But we have BYU fans and they're all up here, and it's good to see. I did not watch this game. Okay. I did not watch this game. I don't have cable anymore. So, but when I went back and I saw the box score, I was like, Jake Retzlaff, a 30.
I watched it.
Something.
I watched most of it.
I was like, Jake Retzlaff with a 30 QBR. Like, what happened here? There was tons of interceptions I saw. There was like 4, that Colorado was able to get 4 interceptions or something. I'm like, good grief. How did they lose?
5 total in the game. BYU threw 3 interceptions, but there was a couple more that were called back because of penalties. So
I'm just like, how did they lose this game? I mean, I'm sure you're going to explain it all. I mean, I'm going to go ahead and assume that BYU's defense was just too much, way too much.
Colorado couldn't do anything on offense. They could not do anything. They had 0 points in the first half, right?
Yeah, I mean,
14 points in the entire game. They couldn't do anything. They kept getting sacked. I think they ended the game.
There's only like 3 sacks though. I saw
they ended the game with two rushing yards.
Two rushing yards. Well,
2 rushing yards.
That's not a surprise. I mean, K-State.
Yeah, for real.
I think K-State was a -20 or something like that.
-27 against K-State. So no surprise there. And I called it. I was like, BYU is the second best team in the Big 12 after Arizona State. Go back and watch any of the videos, power rankings, the pick video, all of that. I said BYU is the second best team, and they look like it, man. They dominated from start to finish. They ran the ball. They passed the ball. They did some trick plays. Dude, BYU is up 10-0. BYU is up 10-0. You know what they do? They kick an onside kick. They did an onside kick up 2 scores against Colorado, dude. Kalani, Sataki, dude, got some brass. You know what, man? Brass.
I did not know that. I
was
really wanted to watch.
Pretty awesome.
I really, really wanted to watch this game. I just wasn't able to get any way to watch it. It's just unfortunate for me. But that is very awesome to hear that there was some ballsy moves taking place.
BYU returned a punt for a touchdown. Parker Kingston, he didn't even get touched. No, I mean, if they're playing 2-hand touch, he still would have scored a touchdown. No one touched him. He went untouched in for a touchdown, dude. BYU dominated this game.
I know all about the punt. Man. I know all about the BYU punt return, man. It happened to us.
Yeah, well, that was a little different. That was actually pretty sick what he did against K-State. I mean, it was just because he fumbled it and then everyone collapsed. This one, I mean, Colorado, my God, they got outclassed, dude. They just did. I mean, everyone getting blocked, no one touching them, no one even around the ball. I mean, horrible. Yeah, dude, it's just pathetic, dude.
It sounded like Colorado was just totally checked out of this game, man.
No, they were in it, dude. I mean, they paid like $250,000 to have Shedeur Sanders and Travis Hunter playing the game, and they got their butts whipped, dude. They were in it. just BYU is immensely better. And
Wow.
64,000 people there. And like I said, it was mostly BYU fans. You watch our broadcast, watch the highlights. It's all BYU fans at this game, dude. Their
That's
fans
amazing.
showed out.
That's awesome, dude. I'm pumped for BYU, man. Like they having them be successful in the Big 12 just makes the Big 12 look great, man. And I watched this YouTube video about how BYU has gotten the shaft every single year when they were, constantly like beating everybody. They eventually when they eventually joined a conference that could be, considered, because weren't they independent for a while? And then
They were, so they were in the Mountain West, and then they were independent for a few years. They were waiting on a Big 12 invite, and it came. So
yeah, and so I just remember watching this YouTube video, and I was like, kind of, to brush up on my BYU history, because we've been talking a lot about them. I kind of wanted to know what was going on, and man, they have been on the bad side of unfortunate like CFP picks, over so many years, that like they just constantly keep getting the short end of the stick. They got it again this year with not being able to be in the CFP. And it's always just like they're right there on the outside looking in. But I think the more and more successful they become, especially now that they're in the Big 12, the better it's going to be. And if ASU actually goes out and lays the smack down on the Longhorns, dude, we might get two teams next year. We might get two teams. It all depends on how good we look with Arizona, But enough about them. BYU taking a complete dump on Colorado's face.
are they the favorite next year, man? Are they the favorite? Because I think Jake Retzloff is a junior. Let me look here just to be sure. I don't want to.
Coming back.
He's a junior. Yeah, he's coming back.
Yeah.
Are they the favorite next year in the Big 12, or is it someone else? I mean, I want to say it's K-State, but realistically, I mean, I think it'd probably be BYU, Iowa State, K-State, Arizona State, in no particular order.
I'm gonna remove Iowa State because they're losing their receivers. They both of them weren't even playing. So they're gonna lose their NFL receivers.
Jalen Noel was playing. Jalen Noel was playing.
So they're gonna lose their NFL receivers. I think the top four are going to be BYU, in no particular order: BYU, K-State, Arizona State, and Baylor. Now, a lot of people,
I could fly with that. I agree.
A lot of people are ranting and raving about Texas Tech and how many, portal transfers they've confirmed. But look, if K-State basketball has anything to say about, just people transferring, from other teams, we know that always doesn't work out very well. So, just because you got a bunch of really good players from other teams doesn't mean you're going to be successful. So, Baylor will be a sneaky dark horse. I think KU keeping Jalen Daniels one more time.
Dude, the rest of their team is gone. He's just staying for a paycheck at this point. In my opinion. I think they're a bottom 5 team.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, they're not going to be anything great, but I'm just saying he's coming back.
Worse. 4 wins next year is a ceiling for me on KU next year. But I mean, now that you say that, I'd have ISU 5, Baylor 4, and then no, you know what? Top 5 in no particular order: BYU, K-State, Arizona State, Baylor, BYU, Iowa State. I don't know. I'm sure I'm said a team multiple times there, but you get what I'm trying to say there.
Yeah.